while it's going on YouTube. This is the third episode of my Physique Prep series. Today we go to the gym, we're going to have some chest footage, but most importantly I'm going to discuss with you how to improve your bench press. I joined a new gym about 3-4 months ago and my bench was poverty compared to my other lifts, so my squats and my deadlifts. I could barely bench press 90 kilo for one. But since then I've had a new routine. I've followed some very simple steps, and it's now, my 1 rep max is now at 120, but I could probably push 125, and that's all because of the steps I followed. Now when we go into the gym, I'll record some footage and I will be pausing it and overlaying my voice to show you or describe to you how I go about doing that, and what you should do as well if you need to, because most people have a good bench, but for those who don't have a good bench and want tips to improve it, this video is for you. Also, I do have a rather exciting package arriving, and you will see it soon. It isn't clothes, it isn't anything like that, but it is food, and food is important, and this is great food. So yeah, when it arrives, it should be here within the next half an hour, so I hope so. And yeah, we'll unbox it, we'll see what we've got. There isn't much this time, and yeah, I'll explain it all in the next clip anyway, so stick around, and yeah, catch you in the next one. Package is here, let's have a look. The package is now here, so let's have a look. Like I said, there's not much there, but it's enough for the month, I believe, so let's have a look. I think he wants them as well, by the looks of it. No? Okay. Well, here it is, muscle food. It's fairly cheap food. They do hampers, but most importantly they do chicken, which is quite cheap there. I mean, I pay for 5 kilos of chicken, which should last around a month. It comes to £25, which isn't bad at all. And then, yeah. Oh, they've changed it again. So it comes all insulated in this little freezer bag. It comes with freezer packets as well to keep it nice and cold. The chicken is very fresh. The chicken is very fresh. It's usually like made or chopped up or whatever you want to say, or prepared, usually the day before, and then it's sent out to me overnight, next day delivery, and it's here. Vacuum packs, as you can see in these bags here. There's 2.5 kilo there, that's leaking, which isn't a good start, is it? That is not a good start. But I also got some Quest bars, some cookies and cream flavour. I've been craving some of these for a while, and they do the job very well. I can't remember what the calorie intake is. I think they're quite decent. So you've got per serving 9 fats. Is that right? 9 fats, 7 carbs, and 21 protein, which it's not a bad little snack. Chicken, I will prepare it, I'll split it all up, let it air out for a bit, and then I'll put it into freezer bags and get it frozen. And then yeah, so they're ready to be cooked and eaten when needed. So yeah, we're going to go to the gym, which you'll see next clip, and I'm going to talk you through how to improve your bench press and the tips that I used to improve mine. So yeah, we'll see you in the next clip. Okay, so back in the gym, I'm going to run through some tips here for you for your bench press to improve it. So yeah, the first tip, number one, will be to warm up before you hit any bench press session. Warm up is very essential. It gets all the blood flowing through your joints and through your muscles. As you can see here, I do some rep work with the bar alone, and then I'll move on to some resistance band work over the shoulders, and I'll do some half reps, some pulses just to help with the rotator cuffs, as I really do suffer with stiff rotator cuffs. I have done for many years. And then from here we move on to some pulses across the chest, again for about 10 to 12 reps, and then we move on to some tricep extensions. Now all of these are going to get blood flowing through your elbow joints, your shoulder joints, get blood flowing through your chest, your shoulders, your triceps. It's a really good way to start out. I will do this for about 5 to 10 minutes at the beginning of my workout, so that the blood's flowing fine and I'm not going to feel stiff when I come to actually do the bench press. So when we move on to the bench press, my first tip for it is your stance. Now your stance is how you're going to keep tight to push the weight up. As you can see here in a moment, I adopt to plant my shoulder blades into the bench right now, I believe. Yeah, so I plant my shoulder blades into the bench. I will have my feet on the bench and I'll put them down just so I can feel a stretch in my quads, and my bum is still on the bench as well, and there's a slight arch in my back. Now this is going to keep me nice and tight as I do the movement. And the second tip here will be to use leg drive. So on the eccentric phase here, and when you go to explode back up, use your leg drive. So you push through your heels, and as you can see my quads, they are jerking a bit. That's the leg drive. It really helps at the heavier weights as well. Yeah, so you need to concentrate on your stance first of all, keeping yourself nice and tight, and then you want to work on your leg drive as well. So when you pull your legs back, make sure your heels are planted, there's a stretch in your quads, and then when you come to the eccentric phase and explode up, you'll use your legs here, or you try to push through to explode up to the top of the movement. My third tip will be your grip position. So where you keep your hand on the bar. You need to play about with this really. I played about with it for a while. Mine is quite a narrow stance. My pinky is about an inch away from the ring finger, as you can see here, and I try to tuck my elbows. I don't let them flare out. They're tucked at all times so I can push up with my lats and my chest. There's less shoulders and there's less triceps involved, and it really does help. If you can find a position for your stance, it will help you no bounds. And fourthly is volume work and shocking the muscles. Now as you can see here, I'm using quite a unique bar. This is making me go super wide grip, and it's making me go super low as well. Now you do want to play with around after you've done some heavy work. I usually do 5 sets of 10, either with chains, either with something like this, or I'll go and do a dumbbell press instead of a barbell press. You just want to shock your chest. It will help you do a progressive overload and make your chest get stronger, and help you get stronger with your bench press lift as well. After this, we just moved on to some isolation and some stretch work here. This is a 6-12-25 protocol that I'm using. As you can see, the 6 reps here is with an incline dumbbell press with quite a heavy weight. So something that you can do 6 reps with. Once you've done 6 reps here, you have 10 seconds rest, and then you go and do 12 reps of another exercise for your chest. So for my second exercise, I chose to do cable flies here, and this was for 12 reps. As you can see from this, my feet are close together. I am leaning in towards the stretch so that it feels get a better stretch of the chest. A lot of people tend to have one leg in front and one behind. that's perfectly fine as well, but I feel this is a lot better to get a squeeze and a stretch in your chest. And for the 25 reps, which again have 10 seconds rest, you move into the next movement, is these press pulses, as if you want to call it, or some chest pulses. So yeah, the tips I will give you is a warm-up for about 5 to 10 minutes. You want to then do work on your stance. So with me, you plant my shoulder blades into the bench. Thirdly, your leg drive is one of the most important ones. Work on leg drive, it will help you a lot. Fourthly is your grip. How far wide do you go? Do you go narrow? Do you go wide? Have a play about, see what's comfortable for you. And fifthly, volume work and shocking the muscles. It's quite vital to keep your pecs engaged and shocking them in different workouts throughout the weeks you do the bench press, or any chest movements really. It's a great way to help. And also, final tip is to really work on triceps. Now you can see here that my triceps, 5 sets of 12 here, of quite a heavy weight, nice and controlled tricep push downs. The only movement here the only motion here is my triceps. Nothing else is moving. So I'd like to conclude the video here, and I want to thank you all for watching. Peace.